Yuk and Amodita were climbing the stairs towards Vandana's room. While climbing, Amodita's legs were trembling with fear. Yuk had been noticing this for a long time. Unable to hold back, Yuk finally asked her, Amodita, I've been watching you for a while. Ever since I mentioned Vandana Bhabi, you've been nervous. What's the matter? Amodita hesitated and replied, What did you say, Yukji? That I'm nervous? No, no. Why would I be nervous? You must be mistaken. No, Amodita, Yuk said firmly. The fear is clearly visible on your face. Tell me, what's going on? What are you all hiding from me? Softly, Amodita answered, Don't you know about Vandana Bhabi? Startled, Yuk said, What don't I know? Think about it. I came back after so many years. How would I know what has been happening here? Placing her hand on her forehead, Amodita said, Oh yes, I forgot, Yukji. Yuk pressed her further. Stop dodging, Amodita. Tell me what you were saying about Vandana Bhabi. Amodita stammered. Well, Yukji, Vandana Bhabi, she is a bit. She suddenly stopped mid sentence, pointed ahead, and quickly said, Look, that's Vandana Bhabi's room. When Yuk looked, he saw a closed door in front of them. He said, But this door is shut, Amodita. No, Yukji, she replied. It's only resting against the frame. If you push lightly, it will open by itself. Now I must leave. What do you mean you must leave? Won't you come inside with me? Hesitantly, Amodita said, No, Yukji, you go ahead. I have some work. What work? You should come in with me. No, Yukji, please understand, I can't. You go inside, I'm leaving. Without listening to his next question, Amodita left quickly. Watching her go, Yuk found it strange, but he didn't pay much attention. His focus was on meeting his Vandana Bhabi. Standing outside the door, Yuk called out, Vandana Bhabi, look, I've come. It's me. There was no reply. He called again, Vandana Bhabi, please come out. Look who has come to meet you, your Yuk. After waiting several minutes with no response, Yuk decided to enter. Alright, if you won't come out, then I'll come in. I'm entering, Bhabi, he said, pushing the creaking door open. Meanwhile, in another courtyard, the village head of Ronkamucha, Ratanpal, was hosting a meeting. Three chairs were placed, one occupied by Bhupendra Bakshi, the head of Banglamuda village, the second by Ratanpal himself, and the third by Yuk's elder uncle, Dilip. Behind Dilip stood his brother in law, Sudesh, as always. Around 40 to 50 villagers were present, some standing, some sitting, all looking anxiously at the three men on the chairs. Bhupendra Bakshi said hesitantly to Dilip, Dilipji, you know very well why this meeting has been called. Nothing is hidden from you. We didn't want to hold it, but you know that the laws of both Banglamuda and Ronka Mucha are equal for everyone. The villagers will also find peace from this. Dilip twisted his mustache and snapped, I know, don't try to teach me. Speak directly to the point. I don't have much time. His anger frightened the villagers, but Ratanpal bravely said, I have heard that someone has opened the graveyard mansion's door. Before he could finish, Bhupendra interrupted, Not just heard, Ratanji. My men themselves went and saw it. The door is open, and it is said that the boy who opened it is none other than Anuragji's son, Yuh. Dilip stayed silent, calmly sitting in his chair, listening. Seeing Bhupendra speak up gave Ratanpal courage too. Puffing out his chest, he added, You know how many people sacrificed their lives to seal that graveyard mansion? Just yesterday, many dead crows were found near the Krishna river. That is a sign, a warning of death to come. If it returns, men in the villages will once again be hunted. If that happens, it won't take long before both villages turn into cremation grounds again. Still, Dilip said nothing, only twirling his mustache. The villagers were shocked. They had never seen him sit silently for so long. Suddenly, breaking the tense silence, Dilip said, You two have spoken enough. Now everyone listen carefully to me. No one cares for these villages more than I do. Not even the Sarpanch. Ratanpal interrupted. But Dilip ji, what does all this have to do with the graveyard mansion opening? Let me finish first, Ratan, Dilip snapped angrily. He continued, No one but me can think for the welfare of this village. As for the graveyard mansion, only the door has been opened. The Yakshini is still imprisoned in her chamber, where the three holy men sealed her. My brother Anurag's son, Yuk, who returned from the city, didn't know about this. By mistake, he opened the graveyard mansion. It will soon be sealed again. So don't worry. Everyone listened intently, their eyes fixed on Dilip. None dared question him further. Fear of him ran deep. Dilip stood up, folded his hands to the villagers, and walked away. Sudesh followed behind. Meanwhile, inside Vandana's room, Yuk entered. Darkness surrounded him from all sides. He couldn't understand why Vandana Bhabhi would keep her room so dark when outside there was light. He called softly, Bhabhi, where are you? Are you inside? Please answer me. No reply. He stepped deeper into the room. The silence and darkness grew heavier. He kept calling her name, but no response came. As he moved forward, suddenly a black shadow slipped past behind him. He turned instantly, but the shadow had vanished. Confused, he wondered what had just passed behind him. When he turned back ahead, his eyes widened in shock. His body froze. On the bed sat a woman draped in a white sari. Her long hair covered her face, already hidden in the darkness. Yuk thought to himself, this must be Vandana Bhabhi. After Virat Bhaiya passed away, she must have taken the appearance of a widow. Cautiously, he said, Vandana Bhabhi, why are you sitting in the dark? There's light outside. Why didn't you switch it on? The woman on the bed gave no answer. Yuh continued, why are you silent, Bhabhi? Say something. You know I came here only to meet you and Big Mother. Otherwise, you know I never feel like coming here after seeing Big Uncle. Still, she remained silent. Slowly, Yuk stepped closer towards the woman sitting on the bed. At the same time, in another room, Rajni was searching frantically, throwing things out of her cupboard. Amudita entered, startling her, but seeing it was only Amudita, Rajni sighed in relief and continued searching. Amudita asked, Mother, what are you looking for? Rajni, avoiding the question, said angrily, why are you here? I sent you with Yuk to Vandana's room. Confused, Amudita replied, yes, mother, but I left Yukji near Vandana Bhabhi's room and came back. Rajni shouted, useless girl. I sent you so you could spend time with him, trap him in conversation, remind him of childhood. But you came back so soon. Why did you leave him there? Amudita stammered, Mother, you know how Vandana Bhabhi is. I feel scared going near her. Rajni slapped her forehead. Scared? Are you my daughter or not? Practitioners of black magic don't get scared. They scare the world with their powers. Do you understand? I know, mother, Amudita said shyly, but I'm still learning. I'm not an expert like you. Rajni scolded. If today you had made Yuk drink the tea, everything would have been done. Once he fell under your spell, everything here would have been ours. Excited, Amodita said, Mother, don't worry. If Yukji eats here, we'll mix something in his food and bring him under our control. Foolish girl, Rajini snapped. This is black magic, not a street trick to perform whenever you like. There's a proper time for it. Understand? Black magic can only be done once in a day, not again and again. We must think of another way, and it can only be done after midnight when the new day begins. Still rummaging through the cupboard, Rajni added, if I can just find a single hair, our next spell will succeed. All right, mother, said Amodita. I'll try to bring Yukji's hair. Not try. I need it, Rajni shouted. Bring me Yuk's hair or forget about him altogether. Amodita lowered her head. Yes, mother, I'll bring it. While Rajni and Amodita plotted, Yuk remained in Vandana's room, uneasy. He had been speaking to the woman on the bed, but she hadn't uttered a word. Bhabhi, why aren't you saying anything? Yuk asked, stepping closer. It doesn't feel right that only I'm speaking. Please say something. At his words, the woman suddenly began to weep. Startled, Yuk said, What happened, Bhabhi? Why are you crying? But she didn't answer, only cried more. As Yuk tried to comfort her, she suddenly grabbed his throat with both hands. Looking at her face closely, Yuk was shocked. It was indeed Vandana Bhabhi, but she had changed drastically. Her face was pale, dark circles under her eyes, her whole appearance frail and terrifying. In rage, Vandana hissed, You opened the door and now you ask why I am strangling you? What are you saying, Bhabhi? What door? I don't understand. Whispering, Vandana said, The Yakshini's chamber door. Hearing this, the ground slipped from beneath Yuk's feet. He was shaken. How did Vandana Bhabhi know that he had opened the Yakshini's chamber?